So we are in the 4th day of the bootcamp. So we are going to create a 3D scatter plot here. Okay. So what is a business context? You are a data analyst working for a retail company, and your goal is to analyze the relationship between the sales, profit and the discount across different products or regions to understand how discount impacts sales and profit margin. So this is what the scenario. Let's take this, and the objective is to visualize how different level of discounts affect sales and the profit, and you wanted to identify the outliers and the patterns in that. And also you should have the 3 measures in your data. Okay, so this is what we are going to design a scatter plot. First of all, let us understand why do we need a scatter plot. Scatter plot is used to compare 2 measures. Okay, so which means that in your scatter plot, both your x-axis and y-axis will be a measure in the sense what, like sum or profit, you can take like this. Okay, so this is you will find the you will be finding the correlation. Okay, and if it is a 3D, so you will be having an z-axis as well. Okay, that is what. So I have this data. This is a sample data in Power BI itself. So let's try to design the scatter plot. So you have Power BI Python py visual. Just click on this py visual, and once you have clicked that, you can see the Python script editor here, where you have to drag the relevant column, and also you can find that this is the visual which you can see here. Okay, let's try to drag whatever the column we want, because as I told, we have to find the sales, profit and the discount. So I'll be selecting these 3 things from here, these 3 measures. So one is the sales, and second one is the profit, and the third one is the discounts. Okay, so I have just added. So once you have added, you can find these 3 options. So if we have missed the previous sessions, previous 3 days of session, please go and watch it in the playlist. It's there. Fine. So this is a data set, and you can see here that it is already there. It's added and it's stored in the data set. Data set is a variable which is storing these 3 data here as a data frame. Okay, so let's start our thing. So what I'm just doing is I'm just holding the data set in the df. Okay, because I just want to use it whenever I require. So I'll just adding it, and in order to create a 3D scatter plot, I'll be using figure and plt. So I want to import the relevant package here. So import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, and from mpl toolkits, okay, dot mplot mplot 3D. I want to plot the 3D, so I'll be importing the axis 3D. Okay, so this is another type of library package which you can use it to create a 3D plot. So what I'm just doing is I'm just adding figure is equal to plt dot figure. So I'm just setting I just wanted to create a figure that I'm just setting the 3D scatter plot here. That is a canvas for this. Okay, so you can see that here I have created the figure, and then axis. Okay, ax we have created for axis. Okay, ax is equal to figure dot add underscore subplot, and I'm just giving the 111, projection 3D. Okay, so I'll just tell you why all these things I'm doing. Okay, and why we are using these things. I'll explain this once I have completed. Okay, 111, projection is equal to, and it's 3D. Okay, I want to display this as a 3D. So I'm just using this. Now let us just create a scatter plot. So I'm just doing a scatter is equal to ax dot scatter, and inside that I'm just calling the data frame, that is sales, and then comma df of profit. Okay, and comma I just want to go with discounts as well. Okay, so one is x-axis and another one is y-axis and another one is z-axis. So all these things I have called, and I want the scatter plot to be in the red color, so I'm just using C is equal to R, that is red color, and marker is equal to, it should be like a circle. Okay, so I'm just using O. It's simple as is it, like you can just create it, and then I have to label this ax dot set underscore x label. Okay, and it is like sales. Okay, and ax dot set underscore y label, and it is profit, and ax dot set z label. So what is that z label? It's discounts. Okay, and you have to plot the title plt.title, and it's a 3D scatter plot of. Okay, so whatever you want to just write, you can write it, and then plt dot show. It's simple. You can see here that we have created a simple code for this. So this is what to create a scatter plot. Okay, so let us just try to execute this. So how you can execute this is what you can simply press the play button on the top. So here you can see there is a play button, right? So this you have to press it. So once if you click that, you can see that it is processing here. So we got the output here that you can see a scatter plot. Once I explain this code, I'll be telling you like what I did here. Okay, like what is the inference from this. Okay, so the first two things, like this one, import matplotlib. This is like you are importing the package. Okay, so matplotlib.pyplot as plt and mpl toolkits. So all these things, this is one of the package, one of the function from this particular Access 3D. So you are just importing it, and already my data is actually stored in data set. Okay, so here you can find the data set. The data set is actually holding the sales, profit and discounts. I don't want to type data set, so I'm just storing it into the df. Okay, and then coming to this part, it's like figure.plt. So what is actually happening here is what it will create a new figure object which is in the window or a page on which your plot will be drawn. Okay, this line I'm talking. And then next is this particular thing. Okay, this will add a 3D subplot to the figure. Okay, and why this 111, which is a code representing the subplot grid subplot grid parameter, that is 1:1. Okay, and it's like a first subplot. Okay, and I'm just telling projection 3D, and here I'm just want to create a scatter plot for that, and then I'm using these three measures, and the color is red and the marker is O. That is, it has to give me the point should be in the circle point. Okay, so it's very simple. And then I'm labeling sales, which means that you can see here I'm just labeling sales here. Okay, so this is the sales, I'm just labeling say as a sales, and this is a profit. So this is what I'm just doing it in the plt set x label, set y label, set z label, and then set title. Okay, so everything we have did it here. Yes, so now we have to infer this, right? So what is actually happening here, and what is the exact understanding of this particular plot? Okay, so the majority of the data points are clustered towards the lower values of three variables, that is sales and profit and the discount. You can see here this is the lowest value. Okay, and there appears to be a positive correlation between the sales and the profit. You can see the sales and the profit, you have the positive correlation. As sales increases, the profit tends to increase as well. Yes, that we already know. And the discount seems to have a complex relationship within the sales and the profit. And there are several outliers as well here. Okay, you can see few outliers which are not related to any of the point. Okay, so this is what the major inference you can do it. And here you can see this 3D plot is not directly available in the Power BI, so you can just utilize these things. Okay, So while there is a general positive relationship between a sales and the profit, the impact of discounts is not uniform. And the company has a wide range of performance across its product or regions, from low volume, low profit item to high performing outliers. So the effectiveness of discounting strategies varies, suggesting the need for an approach to pricing and promotions. And further analysis could focus on identifying the characteristics of high performing outliers and understanding the factors that lead to varying profit margins at similar sales level. Okay, so this is what about the scatter plot. Fine. So you have to be very careful while using the scatter plot, and you have to be very you should choose the data accordingly. Okay, and here the scatter plot, because we are going with a 3D, it is showing three-dimensional view of the scatter plot. As I mentioned earlier, so scatter plot is used to visualize the relationship between two quantitative variables, which helps in identifying patterns, correlations, and the potential outliers in the data. So you can understand, like if you want to plot sales against the profit to see higher sales lead to higher profits or not, or else sometimes if you want to see like advertising spend versus revenue, okay, how much you have spent and whether you got the revenue for that. Okay, so like that. And if you wanted to understand the most data points, follow a linear trend or an outlier is there. So for these things we'll be using a scatter plot. So this is how we have to use the scatter plot. I hope you got some idea about how to create a 3D scatter plot here. So there are few prerequisites, you have to be careful about it, and please go and watch the previous 3 days session on Wallen Ridge plot and the lollipop plot. And tomorrow we'll be creating a correlation matrix, and I'll explain you how to infer that and when to use that. Okay, so thank you, take care, bye bye, I'll meet you soon in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So this is what my channel, and please go ahead and watch the videos here. And if you have any queries related to your Power BI or Business Central or whatever, you can just connect a call with me here. And if you are preparing for Power BI, so here you can find the interview question and answers for that. Thank you, take care, bye bye, I'll meet you soon with the next exciting video tomorrow.